It has been a while since we've been on islands. I think the last time I did water maps was when we had a map called Northern Isles, in the map pool. But we have a 550 elo matchup on a water map, Team Islands. There's no teams, it's just a 1v1, but it's Team Islands, which means you've got a big freaking island. Sorry, might have children watching, my bad. Got a little vulgar there. But yeah, we've got two big islands on either side. Lots of resources to take. And there's no neutral island. So anyone who wants to make a joke about that time I accidentally dropped archery ranges on a neutral island can't make that joke, which is probably why it's in the pool, because the devs love me, as we all know. But I wouldn't have picked this map. I wouldn't have picked islands if I didn't see the civs. Ozoned clearly knows the situation with the Malay. Malay have more vision from their docks. Malay have crazy docks that fire arrows later on. Malay are great with fishing. So they're a top-tier island civilization. And then Sir Doe the First over here has picked the Portuguese. Portuguese have amazing options on water, and their ships are also cheaper. And then the Portuguese have the Feitoria, which allows you to bring in all resources later on. It's a little building you build, or a not-so-little building you build, I guess. And so Portuguese are good with their options, but also their ability to play late game. Now, there's something that was pointed out to me recently, that the wood is not balanced on either side. So what I'm going to try and do, just as a test here, is I'm going to try and double-click the trees on each side, which is very complicated because I can't rotate the map. So let's do it this way. Let's go like this. Okay, so it's 361 trees. Okay, and then we've got to go like... I know we're getting some of the same trees, but I can hold shift. Okay, so 536 trees on this side. And let's check this side. 341. Okay, 688 trees on this side. So there's a pretty sizable imbalance with how much wood is remaining for one player if this game goes on for a while. But yeah, I'm excited. The biggest talking point on islands is normally water control and fishing. And these guys are so new, at least blue, we are not seeing a dock just yet. We're going to see a mill on the berries for food. Do like the amount on wood, though, for ozoned. And then you've got red with wood income, some sheep for now, and we'll see. Maybe red will actually end up spending that wood on a dock. So, one of the best games probably ever on Team Islands that's on my channel is when Doubt used siege onagers to chop the enemy trees. I forget the YouTube title on that one. And wow, Red's going to dock. I love you, Red. Red clearly knows the island's meta. But if someone could maybe link that and remind me what the title that was, it's definitely one of the better games ever. And I think that we could even edit something into this so people could get a reminder to put it on their list. It was like maybe 2, maybe 3 years ago. And it was such a crazy one where, you know, Doubt realized like wood is going to be an issue here. So we're just going to take out all their wood with siege. Blue might end up docking now, actually. I think Blue just wanted to get the berries to get an easier way to bring in food. And yeah, Blue's going to dock here as well. So watch this. You've got Sir Doe the First. Sir Doe the First really wants to make fishing ships, but forgot some houses. But look at the vision there, okay? And then look at this. And you can see there's a lot more vision for the Malay. Yeah, Hardy, you're supposed to find that game. Well, I was expecting someone to be searching, honestly. And I was going to say it so we can edit it in later. It's got to be. It's like Doubt on Island. There's not many Doubt Islands games. I'm trying to remember, though. Shoot. Anyways, it's sick. It also has tons of views. I think it ended up getting like 100,000 plus views. So sometimes you have a good game, but it doesn't get the viewership. So as a content creator, that's tricky. You know, some of your best content might be forgotten about, but thankfully that game got a lot of views on it. All right, so the idea is there for both of them. It's not perfect. 2 minutes without creating villagers for both of them. But again, they have the idea down. I really like how Red it opened up with the dock a bit earlier and started off with the fishing ships faster than his opponent. At higher elo, players will make navy to kill the opponent's fish. And then with that economy, you can boom and just control the seas for the rest of the game, right? It's a lot of navy that comes out in feudal age. But navy's kind of hard to understand. And playing the game is already difficult as is. See, Smallhead found it. Perfect. Doubt's unique island strategy. Yeah. Someone said, which civ has the dock that fires arrows, or is it melee but with a special upgrade? Good question. It is the melee, and it is with the special upgrade out of their castle. And so I picked this game because the crazy potential is there, right? We could have Fetorias and Caravels, which is all very unique to the Portuguese. But then we could also have the melee player covering every inch of the shoreline with docks just to shoot down enemy ships. I've noticed there is a theme with both players where they forget to make houses, but I'm going to cut them some slack because that's difficult when you're producing out of your town centers and also your docks. So it is to be expected, especially at 500 elo, that they're going to be a bit forgetful there. But I'm going to say something that I say a lot these days. This elo is impressing me, man. 500 elo doesn't sound that impressive, but you've got a transport ship on the way from Red. So Red's got a strategy. Red's got a plan. And Red's on the way to feudal. And Blue won't be too far off from feudal age either. Melee also advanced faster to the next stage as well. So this is all with Blue not even taking any boars. I think Blue might take some sheep here. Yep, Blue's going to just eat the sheep next to the mill. That's fine. Okay, what's the plan for Red? There's the transport ship. Red has also made a lot more fishing ships. Hasn't actually found any more deep fish, which is quite sad. But here comes the scout. All right. There's a villager as well. I saw her drop off the wood. All right. So one villager and one scout heading over into the darkness. And we have to assume onto the enemy island. Okay, never mind. Red thought twice about it. They're very scared. All right, here they go. Sir Doe the First. Love the name, by the way. Love the name. Probably a baker's son. Okay, and there goes the villager, and there goes the scout. And now, oh my god. Oh, the auto scout from Blue just discovered that. Blue will have no evidence that it's there, though. And I don't think Blue actually noticed it. But the timing on that was insane. Also, is Red immediately auto-scouting the enemy's island? That's a strategy. Normally, you want to be sneaky and you want to hide the fact you're over here. But I think the first thing Red did was click auto-scout. You see how it's moving? Auto-scout automatically scouts for you, but it's not very precise. And yeah, I guess that's the plan. Blue is docking the front. So as far as Blue can see, there's nothing to... Now, this is Blue's auto-scout. And there is something to be worried about if Blue notices this. If I were Red, I would attack that scout. It's not auto-scout anymore. Well, maybe he didn't want to attack the scout, actually, because he doesn't want the opponent to know he's there. He's like, shh. Two docks on the front tell me that Blue wants to go for Navy and control the seas. Blue also has not taken any boars yet. So has been farming, fishing, has happily eaten some sheep, but that's it. Wait a second. Okay, I think Blue noticed something was up here. Because why would Blue... Oh, yeah, look at this. Blue's going to make a barracks now. And we have the men-at-arm upgrade from Sir Doe the First. And then supplies! Supplies! But hey, if you want to produce a lot of men-at-arms, you probably want to get supplies because it does make it a little bit cheaper. And if you want to say, screw it, let's go for some upgrades as well, might as well make the blacksmith. While you're at it, Sir Doe the First, maybe make some houses because you are now housed again. But I like it. Like, think about it this way, too. Like, your opponent is unlikely to ever make Navy if you're attacking them on land. At higher elo, they'll know, like, okay, they're on my land. I need to go kill their fish. At this elo, they'll just be focused on land. All that said, though, I mean, Blue, because of the scouting, is going to make an archery range now. And also has been able to add some fishing ships on the front. So we've not had any Navy from either player. Also, Malay advanced faster to the next age. Blue's resources are looking really good there. Blue also immediately makes archers. A lot of players would hesitate on that. And the scout goes down for red. So blue is prepared. And I think blue should be able to push this back. Obviously dependent on micro and whatever else. Love this from red, though. Red's like, this is my area. This is my base. They can't hit me, but I can hit them. I need to make sure that whatever happens over the next couple minutes is my base needs to stay alive, and the spearmen show up and see the man-at-arms. Red still has forgotten to make houses, but red's now adding them at home. Well played. Neither player has made navy. Both players have had a really impressive game so far. I wish I could ask Ozone how much of that scouting was luck and how much of that scouting was intentional, though, because it really felt like it was all auto scout, and then blue ended up noticing it by chance. But to add on to that, it was still good awareness. A lot of players might not even think about that possibility. Okay, blacksmith now for some potential upgrades. And red is now going to try and wall this area off. Yo! That's also really good in the long run because there's stone and gold over there. Here comes blue. Now, this will be tough for blue to micro. In theory, the archers are the way to go here, but there's a lot of man-at-arms. Red seems to realize that archers are a problem. But I just don't know if the micro is good enough at this elo to be able to hit and run that many man-at-arms. Red might just back away, though. Yeah, I think red just wants to wall this. Wow, really good unit control. And that goes for both of them. Okay, now blue's making some skirms. And by blue, I mean red. Because I keep getting colors wrong. That's the way to go against archers, so that's the perfect decision. Red's still really struggling to remember houses. It's a big problem for red. So I'd suggest if you're like red to maybe just have one villager making houses all the time. But Avanash, what's up? Nils, Kala, hello. Fletching's on the way now, and this would be the time to go up. Go up to Castle Age, please. I would be very concerned, though, if I were blue and I saw that the base was here, the tower's there, and my opponent's now making skirms. That's also why I would try and rush to Castle Age so I could upgrade my units, make them stronger. Ooh, we have some galleys from blue. Uh-oh, red. Could be a real problem for you. Still no Castle Age for Ozoned. Ozoned is kind of getting zoned off from their own island. Sir Doe the First on the way to Castle Age faster than the opponent. Now, Malay can catch up because they do advance faster to the next stage, but still it has not been clicked. There it is now. Okay, so blue will actually make it to the next stage faster. Stone for blue. I think it's just so nice for players to be able to just drop some defensive castles. And blue also knows that red's trying to wall this. At least I believe so. I thought blue saw the villager trying to wall. Big thing red's missing is upgrades. And, oh, the Vil. She'll go back to the wall, and, oh, the micro! Dang, this villager survives, and that's enough skirms where I would run back if I were in blue's position. It'd be funny to me if the first thing red does in the next stage is makes a monastery just to heal that villager. I want that so badly. Also, we have a mining camp there for red. We have double stable, though, from blue. Ooh. Malay can make cheap elephants. Their knights aren't good, so if you had a good knight civ, you would make knights against skirms, but you could make elephants. And blue's navy hasn't moved yet, but that navy would be a very strong thing to have here. Would range the wood line, take out the docks. Here comes... What are we naming this villager, by the way? We have to give her a name. She feels very important. How about, like... So it's Sir Doe the First, so it has to be a bit more official than just, like, Angela or something, right? What about Beth the Second? Very official. Beth the Second. Okay, so as official as advertised, Beth is here walling up. And, oh, the fishing ships have wandered too far. And Red has reacted now. All right. So Red has to sail away. Blue's Navy will follow. This would normally prompt you to make some of your own ships if you were Sir Doe the First. Oh, God. Beth is on the wrong side of the wall. Oh, there's a hole. How convenient. Okay. Archers still only have feudal age upgrades. And Blue now reacts. Man, these guys are good players. Like, this is an amazing game. 500 Elo is insane. These guys are going to be playing in the next Wandering Warriors Cup or something. And look at that military production. And, oh, God. Oh, panic time for Blue. Good job for Blue to realize that tower is just not going to happen. And now runs towards the town center. Red does back away and decides to just sit next to the gold there. Meanwhile, the tower is actually being shot down by the Navy. And while I think a couple ships will be lost, I do think the tower and the buildings could all go down. And Blue, unfortunately, is very late on gold. But Blue is trying to make knights, and I think Blue is realizing I need gold, so I need to sell. I know, like, unupgraded knights doesn't sound that great. But you get 5 to 6 knights here, you probably clear all this, and you're probably okay. War Galley upgrades on the way. Tower's halfway down. Beth updates. There she is, just doing Beth things. But yeah, great pressure from Sir Doe. But it's still very winnable for either player. As we have Red really wanting to take out that house foundation. And really scared of the TC fire. Yeah, this is where I would expect to see the market being used. And, ooh, 2 knights. I don't know about that. I mean, you have, like I said, like 5 or 6 knights, you're probably okay. But, I mean, Red has an attack upgrade. And Red has more numbers of longswords. The skirmishers do 1 damage a hit, so that's nothing. Oh, wow. Blue is luring this army towards the Navy, though. Dang! What a sick play. That helps. Sneaky stuff. Okay, War Galleys are now going to do most of the job if Red sticks around here. And Red realizes that this ship could be attacked. Meanwhile, this tower stayed up, by the way. The tower stayed up. Was Blue able to sell? Yeah, Blue sold a lot of food. Now Blue will have the knights. Blue's fine. What a game. Now, Red is making demos. Red is just going to... Red's like, I hate water. And I hate microing ships. So I'm just going to go full demos. Only demolition rafts. Dang. Well, great job from Red. This is still an attack that's more than worth it. Is idled Blue and stressed Blue out big time. And still, Beth lives. And this forward base remains. I can't say I've ever seen someone queue up this many demo rafts. To counter War Galleys, but here they come. Here we go. Let's go. Blue sees it too, and I think Blue knows their demos. Look at Blue. Wow. These guys are going to be on a pro team soon. Dang. Wow, Blue knows. I mean, this is why going for demos is less than ideal, right? Because you need, I think, 2 direct hits to be able to take out 1 ship, and you never get to use a demolition raft again. Beth is gonna die! Huh. Alright, well, I guess they just had mercy on the good old Beth there, and Beth's like, whew! See you later, boys! And she's gonna run over here to the base. I guess she's gonna finish her wall. Red is now making a castle here, next to the dock, which will keep the dock up, which is very helpful in water situations. Because sometimes the only way to get your docks back up if you were to lose full water control against War Galleys is to do this. So thinking ahead. And I don't really understand why blue decided to come home with the knights. It felt like that was the moment to go try and take this out. But yeah, red is just protecting the little choke point. And blue will not be able to advance to take out this castle. All right. Feudal Age wood upgrade coming in now for blue. Blue's definitely had a moment of, what more can I be doing? So if I can do, if I can get my economy in a better spot, if I can get my navy in a better spot, I should be doing that. And you can see fishing ships and navies just consistently in queue. Also, I was wrong. This dock can actually be ranged by these things, and the castle does not shoot that down because there's no upgrades on it. But we have more swordsmen massing. And it's not like Malay Knights are going to get much better. Blue must be a little worried about this. Slowly but surely these buildings go down, but slowly the longsword number builds up. Let's look at the resources collected this game. Wow, it's a very close one, guys. Very close game. Even the KD is fairly close. No, it's not, actually. I just say things and assume it will be the case, and it's not, so my bad. But still, I'm loving it. University right now for Ozone. I think Ozone wants to drop a castle here. And Ozone is saving up the stone for that. But 9 knights, no upgrades versus 14 longswords with 1 upgrade. I would have my money on the longswords. Be a bit different if blue had maybe attack and armor. Even just 2 or 3 more knights. It'll be a very close fight. Okay, we also have a dock going up from Beth in the back. Blue sees the siege workshop now. Blue has now taken out that dock at red's base. And now we have murder holes from Sir Doe the First. Don't ask me why. I do not understand why that tech needed to be rushed right now. But I guess when you make a castle, you get murder holes. That's what the lower elo players want. And, oh, Beth, you're crazy. Okay. That is ridiculous. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, does blue see this army? Very important moment in the game, because I thought blue was going to build a castle here. Okay, so red now sees the knights, but is not going to attack the knights, and the knights don't see the long swordsman. Oh my god. Also, red is making navy from this dock in the back. And I imagine red probably isn't looking at this too much. As Beth is building this. Blue feels like I've got full water control. I can't lose this game now. But still, like, must not think that a big threat could come from this side base. You see what these castles can do, by the way? Blue now has to pull back. Blue is on the way to the Imperial Age. I really wonder if red would win this fight. Because blue would also have the hill, assuming red ran in. This is so crazy, man. That castle's going to go up with 1 vill. The vill that started it all. There's a lot of stone and a lot of gold here for blue. And, oh, the transport with another vill. Oh, the vill. The vill. It will wait. Will he survive? He survives. Now, this might prompt blue to send the knights over here. That is if blue even noticed that. So now, Beth as a friend. It's Beth and, again, another very, like, historical, important name. Like, what's a great male name that has great historical importance? I'm thinking, Bill. Beth and Bill. They had very, very fitting names for the situation. Anyways, Beth and Bill are going to town. Working together. Bert. I like Bert, actually. Bert and Beth is better. And now the castle goes up. And so the knights will automatically attack this area. And now he's like, wait, what? There's a castle? There's longswords? What do I do? And this is the correct play. However, blue, I would maybe place this with a little bit more urgency. 1 villager is too relaxed to my liking. So let's talk upgrades you could get, right? Oh, God. Oh, there's another castle. You've got to be kidding me. Blue, please build your castle faster. Also, Red's going to engage on the knights as these two ferocious villagers build this castle and will likely complete the castle. Now Blue decides this could be a problem. Also, Red is back here with the caravels hitting the dock. And we have the Cavalier upgrade for Ozone, who never invested into any blacksmith upgrades for these knights, but seems to realize that the castle might go up here. Gotta love this farmer, by the way. He's just like casually farming as a castle is being constructed right next to him. But yeah, so the play now would be to make trebuchets if you're in Blue's position. Your opponent's not in the Imperial Age, trebuchets are the go-to. Also, the sheep are trying to climb up the stairs to escape this. They're like, oh, holy gods, please accept me as a sacrifice. Yeah. We still do not have any siege to push that back. Blue is under a lot of pressure. We have Red on the way to the Imperial Age. Red has decided this is the time to chop all the straggler trees on the map, but also will place a new lumber camp. I like to see that. Reminder, Fatorias are very much a thing, especially at low elo. Players love the Fatorias. And Ozone, who is focused so much on water, just does not really know where to go, what to do, what to focus on right now because of all this pressure. The castle is slowly killing villagers. There's still no trebuchet coming out of this castle. But there it is for Blue. Okay. Blue's looping around with some navy. And oh, let's go, Blue. Now, caravels are very good against galleons. But we are talking fletching versus no fletching. And there's a big difference in numbers. So Blue will deal with this. Blue makes it happen. Red tries to flee. The fleeing will not work because Blue even has ballistics. Now, where's that treb go? I'm worried about this treb. Okay, there's the treb. So that treb should deploy onto the castle. The navy from Blue will loop around to deal with all of this. And now it's time for Beth and Bert to have a family. So they're going to build a TC, get busy in there, and then have some kids so they can build up more eco on this side. Still, you know, Sir Doe the First, very exposed over here, you know, very open, has taken the fight to the opponent in very creative ways. But Red, Malay or not, still making some Cavalier. And I said Red, I meant to say Blue. But Red is panicking now. Red is worried about this, and Red is now using the long swords and the organs to try. Hey, the treb, Blue. Oh no! what a painful mistake. Oh, the Cavalier. I guess they just thought they would help the castle fire along here. Now these are red sheep, by the way. So now red sheep are underneath Blue's castle. Can't say I've ever seen anything like that before. This longsword's still attacking some vills. Any organ guns? Actually, did any organ guns go down? Blue is freaking out right now. I think it's possible that Blue right... Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I just confirmed it. Blue right-clicked Red's castle earlier to shoot it. And so the castle is still obeying the command. And so it's not firing on any of Red's units whatsoever. So it's kind of a sad thing that Blue doesn't realize that, because the castle fire would have meant that the organs would have all gone down. Red's still only making organs. Red's like, the castle does no damage to me if you're doing that. And no, they died. They just wanted to make a family. Oh no, they're still out here. Let's go. They're still repairing the castle. I was very concerned for them for a moment. Still no Fatorias or anything like that over here for Sir Doe the First. But I don't see how Sir Doe the First loses this game. I mean, he's stolen the enemy sheep. Now we're going to have elephants from Ozone. That's good. Ozone hasn't made any more trebs. Ozone's water control is not offering a lot. And you also need military to be able to deal with organ guns. And it's just not out there. Now, had elephants been the unit of choice earlier in the game, who knows? It's a tricky thing with the Cavalier. They have the worst Cavalier in the game, I think. I think it's even worse than Korean Cavalier. But, you know, while the elephants also lack the armor upgrades the Cavalier do, they're very cheap with the melee. So you kind of paid full price for a unit and you get scammed because of the lack of upgrades. That said, it's not like many upgrades have really been researched anyways, but elephants would still pack a little bit more of a punch there. All right, Bert and Beth finish their castle. Now the organ guns come over to deal with the Navy. And ballistics has been in for a while too. Fletching is in. That's helpful stuff. But still double castle position. Now, would absolutely love to see Red make trebuchets and just start trebbing everything down. That's how I think the game ends. Something I'd love to see Blue do that I don't think we'll see because it's just such a stressful time, but a transport ship. This game has already been great. The way this game gets turned on its head is if Blue transports the Cavalier and the Elephants over to Red's Island and then also send some villagers over there, and they would just straight up island swap. That would be so funny. But no, elite organ gun is on the way. Malay do struggle to have strong units. They can make a lot of weak units as Red... Look at the sheep go. The sheep are going right underneath Blue's TC. But, yeah, the units are very low HP and overall quite weak with the Malay. There's Bert. Town center's down. Blacksmith could go down. House could go down. You could tell Blue's trying to build up. Blue's terrified, but you just don't kill this many organ guns. Not with this anyways. And Blue, maybe listen to some of my advice. Tried to go for water. Tried to go for water control, but Red turned it into a land game. Red didn't only go land. Red did also switch into some Navy at some point. But Red... with the organ guns and the sheep is sitting right where the starting town center was for Blue. And I think Ozone is forced to resign here. There's no win condition now. I'm not seeing any transports. I'm not seeing any military on the way. I think Ozone is just sitting here frustrated with life, unsure on what to do and scratching his head like, what more could I have done against this? TC never completed for Red. I think Red feels like I don't need to. Red's probably just staring at the organ guns and enjoying it. Continues to click the villager forward as well. Like, that villager's going to town. Also just passing. Just a random scout there from Blue. Okay, we have a monk being created by Blue. And Blue says, I can only do so much. You got me. And I assume we're going to see the GG here. What? That's essentially Blue admitting, in an awesome, wholesome way, you made this game extremely complicated for me. Water in and of itself is already really difficult, but you made me have to focus on way too many things this game, my friend. GG. We haven't seen the GG yet, as Red continues to push forward. Would love to see Sir Doe the First respond to this. We have seen no response. The organs continue to move forward. We do have a transport ship from Blue. So, some people will, you know, they'll like say GG or whatever. And if their opponent doesn't respond, then they're like, you know what? Maybe I should keep trying. So maybe that's part of what we're seeing right now. Red also could just be very focused. And technically, you're under no obligation to respond to your opponent. It is war, after all. But I would encourage everyone who watches to try and give, you know, these GGs at the conclusion of games, which is essentially what Blue did. Sir Doe the First might not understand English. There's a lot of factors. But, okay, we've got one relic collected here by Blue. And actually cannot make that transport ship because of the lack of houses right now. So I think Blue's trying to escape, but does not have the pop space to. Blue's going to lose more pop space soon. Maybe these houses could go down as well. Okay, Beth and Bert building a dock. This would be the appropriate time to maybe make Navy again, if you're in Red's position. Castle will go up, which means the transport can finally be on the way for Blue. And there we go. It's on the way. My head tells me to forfeit, but my heart says survive. I love Blue. As you wish, says Red. Wait, now Red survive. Now Red responds. So Red didn't say anything before. It's just as you wish. Haha. I'm just gonna assume that Red didn't see the messages before. Red's like, I don't care, man. I'm having fun. Like, let's do this. Let's dance. All right, so this is the only dock for Red. And Blue, don't give your strategy up. What are you doing? I definitely won't sneak a villager away. And now Red says GG. As their sheep have been donated. There's still somehow red sheep. Oh, no, now it's blue sheep. Now it's a dead sheep. So now, I guess Red is saying, like, you can resign now? Which is interesting. I mean, from what Red sees, obviously Red has won this game. Yet Red must not realize Blue has that much. Honestly, I didn't realize how little he saw. You know, just a wild idea here, Sir Doe the First. Maybe make a trebuchet. Or even just, like, petards at this point. Make something. Where's Blue's transport? Okay, so Blue has one villager. GG, well played with the transport over early. Okay, so that is... It took me a second. That is Blue saying well played with that transport play. Because that strategy was really strong, and Blue just resigns. Honestly, well played from Blue not to drag it out more. Blue realized that this is over, and you'd like to see the chatter back and forth. If we're lucky, they even chatted more, which I will find if I tab into the actual game here in a second. But yeah, honestly, I think Red... Well, first off, I just love it when players give credit to their opponents. Not saying every game has to be like this, but I absolutely love to see that. Blue saying, I can only do so much, you got me, is saying you chose the perfect strategy. Like, my God. Like, you sent a villager, I made archers, but then you made skirms. So I make knights, but then you had a lot of longswords. So then I go try and drop a castle, but you already have a castle on me. I added navy, but then you had the castle on your shoreline. There was just so many different things that Sir Doe the First did that made life complicated for Ozone. Now, I think Ozone clearly had a lack of game knowledge when it comes to unit upgrades. Like the blacksmith upgrades in particular, not getting any attack or any armor hurt. Also, I think lacked a bit of knowledge with what units to make. Malay are really awkward on land. So the knight play probably could have been elephants instead. But still, all credit goes to Red there. And in the end, the economy, Red had the lead with the wood, gold, and stone collected. Remember, did also have that maybe 1/8 of Blue's Island walled off as well. So could take those resources if the game continued. Yeah, that was really fun. Let me just quickly see. Did they chat more? Nope, not really. Ozone just said, GG, well played with the transport earlier. And yeah, I think it's a cool strat. Honestly, to take it one step further, if you're ever on a water map, let's say it's higher elo than this, so players are going to fight for water. Back dock or side dock, so your fishing ships are kind of out of the way. And then transport. So if they ever go for navy, they might not find your fish right away. So your fish just kind of keep moving, and then you go to their land. You want to take it one step further, you could front dock in the early stages, transport them, and then if you really want to hide your fish, you could make a sneaky back dock later on. But landing is a legitimate strategy on islands. And while, yes, the opponent who will go water will have a lot more water control to surround your island, if you're already on their island, it's not going to do as much. GG.